Mid-Season 2 update is finally here, and it also brings some interesting changes. We got a new map, multiple weapons, and the dirt bike is finally in the game. If you want to know when this update is out, it's out right now, so go and download it if you're on your console or your PC. The size shouldn't be too big, it all just depends on your internet speed. Hagental Base is the new map what we're getting. This is definitely the meat grinder, and honestly I know many of you guys are pretty disappointed with this, as I know so many of you guys have been looking for larger maps. But unfortunately we're just not getting that for this one. Every single Battlefield there always needed to be a meat grind map. But don't worry about how small this map will be, you can still play it on the larger scales, you can play Conquest and Breakthrough on it. But you troopers, let me know, are you happy with having a small map like this? Was you hoping for a larger map? Getting 2 maps per season, was this map enough for you guys? Let me know in the comment section below. We have a new SMG what is in the game. You can unlock this by completing challenges. If you are struggling with this, let me know in the comment section below, as I can make a following up video for the new weapons, how to unlock them, easiest way to go through the challenges, because I know there's a weapon where you guys are definitely looking forward to. It's not just the SMG, it's an automatic pistol. If you guys are curious about buying this game, I feel like most of you guys already have it, but if you want to test this out on a different platform, or perhaps get some of your friends playing the game, this is a good time to do it, as Battlefield 6 will be going on a free trial, and that started today and it will end on the 24th. So you got an entire week to play Battlefield 6 for free. You will be limited up to 6 modes, but they are still all the main ones like Conquest and stuff, and then the maps is limited because you only have 3. But everything else when it comes to weapons are all unlockable, so you kind of have the full game. The only thing's limited is the maps and the modes. You're going to realize this today, when it comes to picking up your teammates, there is a bit more of a different animation when it comes to the dragging. It's just fine-tuning that experience, so it doesn't look as clunky as it used to. It was kind of funny if you had a high sensitivity and you would pick up a teammate and you spin around while you're doing the dragon revive. It looks really funny. It's stuff like that what they're just trying to fine-tune. Many of you troopers have agreed with this, and it's so annoying. But today it's all changed. When it comes to running by a car and it perhaps be on fire, you could be nowhere near that vehicle, yet you get yourself set on fire. It's just like the incendiary nades, where they can travel through a war. That was all fixed today. This is perfect because if you get yourself set on fire, well, it's because you was probably on top of the fire. But most of the time it would happen even if you was nowhere near it. I'm glad to see that change. This is a really big improvement. Many of you troopers probably won't think that's a big deal, but it really is. The walking movement while zoomed has been improved. Previously, before this update, when it goes to aiming down sight and you're walking upstairs, you will see like this bubble on your scope. That has been fine-tuned and is so much more smoother. I love this, as I am a main person when it comes to running and gunning. I like to ADS and move at the same time while having that gunfight. But it would be really annoying if you go over like a small rock and your weapon just starts jumping up and down. It still does it, but it's nowhere near as severe, and honestly it's just smoothed overall, where you can control the recoil weapon now while you're ADSing, where you're moving over certain objects or you're going up some stairs. So one of the biggest improvements to this update was the netcode improvement, as many of you guys have been waiting for this, and I have as well. Waiting way too long, honestly. This is the biggest problem when it comes to updates. Every time a new update comes out, I always feel like the netcode is just better. It's not all over the place. I feel like over time it just progressively gets worse. So it's really hard to tell if the netcode is really improved. I perhaps need to do a following update video for that to tell you how the netcode is working, but you guys just play yourself and you will know exactly what I mean. Every time there's a new update, it just feels smooth, feels consistent, but then over its time it progressively gets worse. So a netcode improvement for the game is something what we all needed, and I'm glad it's here. But let's see what happens after a week, just in case it gets worse. But a lot of this is linked to its network, to try to smoothen it out between good internet and bad internet. But one of the biggest changes is trying to stop the super bullets, extremely common in Battlefield 6. But that's just something what we all have to find out. But I didn't get any super bullets today. I guess we're already on a good path. There's another part of what they fixed with the game I know you're going to be happy with, and that is the damage screen effect. And what I mean by this is that there's times where you get shot, it shows that you're getting shot from behind, but it isn't. It's a dude right in front of you. There would be times where the indication is just terrible and it gets extremely confusing. This never really happened to me as much compared to other people, but I've seen many demonstration videos. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you made it this far. I would really appreciate it, and subscribe if you're brand new. We recently just hit 37,000 subs, so thank you so much to everyone supporting the channel. We're less than 3,000 away from getting 40,000 subs. I was one who abused this, and you've seen it many times when it comes to the tow missile. It would be really easy to take down multiple choppers. Well, it has definitely got harder. They decreased the speed, but honestly, you can still take down choppers no problem. It just takes longer for that rocket to travel there. Definitely gives more of a chance for choppers to avoid it now, but the tow missile is slower. One of the other things, what is a kind of a shocker for many of you guys, is the little bird. They changed it now where you can't use launchers anymore. You can't get the lock-on missiles now, and you also can't even use an RPG. These are for all the passenger seats for the little bird. I do understand this change as it made it a super overpowered little bird, but everyone had fun just going around flying in the little bird's passenger seat and taking out people with an RPG. It was just cool Battlefield moments, but unfortunately we lost it. I know that's a disappointment for many of you guys, but I just try to stay positive and just hope that it's more for a balanced reason. About time when it came to the mines. Mines were really annoying. You use a vehicle, you just get out of your spawn and you blow up from tons of mines. Probably one of the most frustrating things every time I use a vehicle. But mines despawn now after 180 seconds if their owner is eliminated. About time they start despawning. That was the biggest issue, is if you die, they still won't despawn. There would be times I would put mines down, just casually play the game for about 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden I get a tank kill from my mines. I'm like, oh yeah, I've forgotten about them. I just can't believe it took them this long to change it. It's been so many times where I want to use a vehicle, especially if it's on Cairo, but I've refused to do it half the time because the mines are just a pain in the ass. The most interesting part for a lot of you guys is the progression. Progression is finally improving. The biggest change is actually the pistols. It increased the progression pistols by 60%, and as this game is free to play, all the low rank players, you're going to start earning extra booster tokens. You can get up to like 515 career boost XP, 4 times the battle pass, and hardware boost tokens. This is between the rank of 3 to 23. It's pretty obvious what they're doing there. They're just trying to help out all the new players, give them a bit more of a better experience, as the most common thing for new players was always how long everything takes to rank up your weapons. But the biggest question is, can they keep them players even after the free-to-play session? This is obviously a good sign for all of us. We can unlock our attachments even quicker. Most of the attachments are actually being decreased, and even some of the camos you can get faster now. Now I can use a sniper rifle and don't have to grind it up to level 40 to get the thermal sight. The fastest ones is the shotguns, snipers, and pistols. For the assault rifles, carbines, and SMGs, and even NMGs, they still have a good speed, but that's only been increased by like 20%. So definitely a lot of changes what happened today's update. I'm definitely pleased as this was a really big one. If we can keep consistently having updates like this, hopefully the game can get better overall, but that's all up to you guys. Are you going to come back and play the mid-season 2 update? If you do, let me know. I'm going to be streaming later on, trying out the night vision mode, and I'm happy to give you guys some tips and tricks to get the new weapons. Thank you very much for listening to me talk. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new, and I'll see you on the battlefield.